So what should be our response? What do you do on Sunday if you're praying in Mass and a group of people run in screaming, run up on the altar, maybe threaten? In the early church, there were 7 orders. I guess there still are 7 orders, even though the Novus Ordo, Paul VI, got rid of some of them. The lowest order is that of porter. The porter was ordained, truly ordained, in a minor ordination, to protect the doors, to protect the people, to protect the church. He was the guardian. In fact, I've shown it on the screen before. I don't have the picture today, but there was this position amongst the porters called the verger. The verger was a guy who carried a really big stick. That's right. It was a ceremonial stick. Sometimes it had gold on it. It was always usually carved. And he would go before the ecclesiastical processions of the clergy to open up the way. And if people came up and tried to mess with the clergy, and he'd kind of take his stick and say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Use that baton to move them away. And I guess if things got crazy, he could use the baton in other ways. Ideally, it should not be up to random laity or a grandma with her purse beating a protester with her purse, or even dads. Ideally, we need trained porters. We need trained responders who know how to handle these situations. They might and should be armed, in my personal opinion, as just a dad on a webcam who has no authority to tell anybody what to do. But we have seen violent situations. And also just the whole idea that, wow, that place is armed and protecting its children and women makes a certain group of people just not even want to bother. But I think the important thing, if this does happen, is not to respond with violence, because we know that the left loves victimhood. So with that being said, do not give the leftists, the protesters, what they want, which is victimhood. They want nothing more than to say, I ran into this Latin Mass and I was just trying to fight for rights, but then this person punched me in the nose. And here's my video of it that I'm going to go make viral. If someone is using force, especially against my wife or my children, they're going to receive force back. I've trained 5 years in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Some of that's going to come out. And having trained, if you train to be a fighter, you know how to use first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, and fifth gear. You don't always have to go full. But yes, that's going to happen, but that's not what we should try to do. Being strong, being masculine, being a patriarch is not overusing force or strength or threats. This is a reminder that you need a team, a safety team at your church. You need to be trained. You need to have plans. You need to have policies. You need to talk to your priest. There needs to be outcomes. It's always good to have a police officer always on duty on Sunday. And then what are the plans? If someone rushes the altar, what is the plan? If someone just comes in and starts screaming, what is the plan? If someone comes in with a weapon, what is the plan? Will it happen? I don't know. The fact that it could happen and that they're actually threatening to do it means that we have to have a plan. And if all else fails, and let's say it's a Sunday, you don't have a plan yet. You need to have a plan, by the way. Every Catholic church in the entire world should have a team of at least 10 men who are trained and have plans on how to protect the clergy, protect women, and protect children. If you don't have that, you're just wrong.